A good Tuesday afternoon to you. Hope you enjoyed your Christmas holiday as we get you ready for afternoon basketball here from the Cougar Den on the Cougars Network. Canyon's final non-district game of the season as they host the Del Rio Rams. On the campus of Kenyon High School, Brent Freeman here with you on the Cougars Network. As you look at the starting five introduced here to the crowd at the Cougar Den. And there is Canyon head coach Paul Bunn trying to pick up career win number 25 here this afternoon as Cougars come in with a record of 7-12 as they take on Del Rio. The Rams are 4-8, coached by Joe Nieto. In his 8th season at Del Rio, 80 wins so far for him as Rams head coach. As the Cougars break the huddle, Canyon enters today's game on a 2-game winning streak. Back-to-back district wins over Lehman and Seguin for the Cougars. At Seguin, their last game this past Tuesday. Canyon, very impressive shooting, 54% from the field. One of the top offensive performances of the season for the Cougars. Big games from Uzziah Bunton and Keelan Harris, 24 and 17 points respectively. And today, the Cougars playing for a 3-game winning streak. And again, in what is their final non-district game of the season, a quick over and back called against the Rams to start this game after the opening tip. Canyon will resume 26-5A play this Friday, another matinee game at 1 o'clock against Kerrville-Tybee here at the Cougar Den. And Canyon with the basketball for the first time this afternoon, taking on Del Rio. This is the Rams' first game in 2 weeks. Del Rio last played Carrizo Springs back on December the 14th. Corner three good to start the game for the Cougars. Keelan Harris. You see the Canyon three-point team percentage coming into the game here this season. Harris has been the Cougars' best three-point shooter at 35%. And he's been on a tear as of late. 3 straight games in double figures. Scored 17 against Seguin. And the win opened the Matadors last week. Talking more about Del Rio. Again, their last game, December 14th, 2 weeks ago to the day against Carrizo Springs. A 78-39 win for Del Rio. 3 players reaching double figures in that game. Now, the Rams were scheduled to open District 36A play last Tuesday against Laredo United, but that game was postponed due to COVID issues, and they'll try to make it up this Friday. And like Canyon, this is the final non-district game of the season for Del Rio, as J.J. Cervantes is good to the first free throw at 14 points in the Rams' last game against Carrizo Springs. And Cervantes splits the pair, and the rebound controlled by Mac Bassett, Cougars' top rebounder, and nearly 8 per game. And the corner, Mason McGowan hits a 3. Good start for the Cougars outside shooting, back-to-back threes to open the game. The season high for threes made it a game for Canyon is 10. Did that against Vista Ridge back on December the 4th earlier this month. A 6-1 Cougar lead, a little more than a minute in. A lot of contact out front, ball taken away by Keelan Harris. Here's McGowan. Bassett off on that 3, and the rebound to Jorge Rubio. Rams looking for their first field goal of the game. And they got it on a 3. And that will lead to a timeout. 30-second timeout. And the Cougars again on top here, 6-4. A look at the Cougar huddle. Again, they're there in the middle of it. Paul Bunn, 3rd season at Canyon. 24 wins so far. As Cougars head coach, previously an assistant at fellow Comel ISD program, Smithson Valley. So again, Canyon has opened the game with a couple of 3-pointers. And the second one hit by Mason McGowan. Had 6 points in the win over Seguin last week. He's cracked double figures 5 times this season. and loves a three-point shot. 70% of his field goal attempts have come from beyond the arc. So if McGowan shoots, odds are it's coming from the outside. Early 6-4 lead for Canyon. Cougars playing for their third win in a row. Ronnie Classy fights out of the double team. Good dribbling by Button. Dish inside. Bassett works it back out. McGowan. Second three of the game. All three Cougar field goals coming from the outside. Del Rio the other way. A loose ball saved by Joel Dominguez. Jump pass into the lane. Floater won't go. Bassett has the rebound. Cougars a 9-4 lead. 3 made three-pointers. Classy had the ball stripped. Now Button into the corner. The second three for Keelan Harris down the chute. So 6 each for Harrison. For McGowan, a couple of made threes. 12-6 after the Del Rio basket. Canyon the other way. Harris misses the two-point jumper this time. And back comes Del Rio. 3 minutes gone by here in the opening quarter, and a blocking foul whistled against Canyon. So you look at the three-point shooting again for the Cougars here in the early going. Keelan Harris spotting up from the corner. Good assist from Isaiah Button. Button again, the big game against Seguin last week. 24 points, also 6 assists. Very good point guard as a freshman on this Canyon team. Floater in the lane, contested by Bassett on the shot from Dominguez. Rebound ricochets to the Rams. That shot from Alessandro Elizondo is off. Offensive putback, Cervantes is fouled. And he will go to the free throw line again. And the foul here called against James Sobervilla. And to the free throw line, Cervantes. Co-team MVP last year along with Nicholas Rivera. First free throw good for Cervantes. He'll get one more. As head coach Joe Nieto looks on. And good on both. Cervantes 3 for 4 for the line to start the game. A 12-8 Canyon lead. Cougars again hot from the outside. 4 made three-pointers already, representing all 12 of their points. But here a turnover against Canyon. The Cougars are averaging about 14 turnovers a game. A remarkable number against Seguin this past week. Canyon only committed 2, by far season low, as they beat the Matadors 72-65. And with that, the Cougars have now won 2 straight, both coming in 26-5A play. They're 2-2 in the district, right now alone in 6th. This a non-district game. Cervantes, the jumper, rattles out. And here's Button the other way. Works it back to Harris. And now a travel whistled against Sobervilla. And there is back-to-back turnovers against Canyon. Talked about that win over Seguin. The Cougars shot very well, 54% in the win over the Matadors. The 72 points he scored, 3rd highest this season. Cervantes inside, fighting for his own rebound, able to get it back. Dominguez off on the 3. Here's Rivera, has yet to take a shot, and on his first attempt, able to score. Rivera is the team's top scorer, more than 17 points per game. Veteran player, 3rd year in varsity. Playing the game since the 2nd grade. The floater good for Keelan Harris. And it leads to a timeout called by Coach Paul Button. So again, for the Cougars, this is their final non-district game of the season. They will resume 26-5A play this Friday against Kerrville-Tybee. 1 o'clock tip here from the Cougar Den. And it'll mark the final game of the calendar year in 2021. The Cougars then embark on a 3-game road swing in district play at Bernie Champion, Dripping Springs and Alamo Heights to start the second half of district play. It is worth noting that Canyon's final 3 games of the season come at home in February. And what could be a late season playoff push for the Cougars. Canyon has led throughout. Only 2 players have scored, Keelan Harris and Mason McGowan. 14-10 lead in transition. Rivera can't score. Allen Dobbins the rebound. And Dobbins fouled. 2 more free throws coming up here for Del Rio. Foul against Jacob Santos. Already 5 team fouls against the Cougars in this half. And here is Dobbins. Off on the first. Allen Dobbins had 12 points in a win over Presidio earlier this season. And looking for his first point of the afternoon here. Able to get it as he splits the 2 free throws. A 3-point Canyon lead. Bunn on the take to the rack with the right hand and lays it in. Uzziah Bunn's first points of the game. 5-point Canyon lead. Del Rio in transition and the block from behind. Good defensive play by Ronnie Classy. Second-year varsity player getting back on defense. Right side of your screen coming in. And able to get the block. Still Del Rio basketball. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. A 5-point Canyon lead. Each team trying to extend winning streaks. The Rams have won 2 straight. The Cougars have won 2 straight. Another foul here against Canyon. It's against Jacob Santos. That's his second. He'll have to come out. And that will lead to free throws here for Del Rio. As Keelan Harris is back in, and for Santos with the 2 personal fouls. Cougars now 16 fouls. And both free throws are good. 6 points for the Rams coming for the foul line here in this first quarter. Button, the jump pass. Sobervilla, good on a 3. James Sobervilla knocks in the Cougars' 5th made 3 of the first quarter. Canyon red hot for the outside. Del Rio breaks a trap and wide open underneath is Dobbins for a lay-in. A 19-15 Canyon lead coming up on 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And now a foul here against Del Rio. And they'll get this against Alessandro Elizondo. First foul of the quarter called against Del Rio. Canyon already whistled for 6. Button on the drive. Good hesitation dribble into the lane and lays it in. Uzziah Bunn, great handles and a chance for a 3-point play. Watch the change of direction here, the crossover. Able to cut inside. Elizondo the foul, his second. And Uzziah Bunn to the free throw line. Chance for a 3-point play. Completes it. 5 of the game for Uzziah Bunn. Team's top scorer, more than 13 points per game. Leads Canyon in assists and steals as well. Great freshman campaign. Out of bounds and back to the Cougars. 7-point lead is their largest of the game. Harris spots up a 3. Rebound ricochets out to Bunn. The drive, the dish. Classy inside. And now he will march to the free throw line. Again, Bunn, great court vision. Able to find Classy inside. And the senior will line up his first 2 free throws of the game. The first of which is short. You look at the Cougars' free throw percentage as a team. Canyon was good for the foul line against Seguin last Tuesday, 10 of 13. And Classy, one of the Cougars' better free throw shooters, 77%, goes 1 of 2. Eight-point Canyon lead behind the strength of 5 made three-pointers. 2 from Keelan Harris, 2 from McGowan, and another from James Sobervilla. Good bucket there on the reverse for J.J. Cervantes. He has 5. Lead cut down to 6 and a turnover. Rams have numbers as Nicholas Rivera scores his second basket. 23-19. Here's McGowan knifing his way inside on the turnaround. No. Rebound comes out to the Rams. Coming up at the final minute of this first quarter. Now Del Rio picking up some momentum here. Dobbins can't score off the glass as Bassett hauls in another rebound. Under 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cougars have led throughout. And Uzziah Bunn matched up out front against Rivera. Bunn using a lot of clock here. Now on the attack and draws a reaching foul against Nicholas Rivera. First against Rivera, 4th on the team. Cougars could be playing for the final possession of the first quarter here. Saw Bunn dribble off about 15 seconds off the clock. And now a turnover. Ball lost out of bounds by Canyon. No foul called there. And Del Rio can make it a one-possession game with a bucket. Now to the final 10 seconds. On the drive, the dish. Cervantes, the jumper short. Bassett has the rebound again, and that will end the first quarter. Keelan Harris, 8 points for the Cougars in the first quarter, hitting 2 of Canyon's 5 three-pointers in the first 8 minutes. At the end of one, Canyon on top, 23-19 over Del Rio on the Cougars Network.
Nissan of New Braunfels. Our modern and architecturally impressive building is more like an art gallery than a dealership. With an extravagant showroom floor and customer lounge, with over 500 vehicles in stock, we have the ability to deliver the best savings possible to meet your budget needs. It's our pleasure to serve you in New Braunfels and the surrounding Hill Country communities. Nissan of New Braunfels, you've got to see this place.
One of the super fans in attendance here at the Cougars Den, trying to get the home team into it. And so far, the home team giving him a lot to be happy about. Canyon on top at the end of one, 23-19. Keelan Harris, 8 points in the first quarter to lead the Cougars. Mason McGowan, 6. The two combined made 4 three-pointers, 2 each. Canyon as a team made 5 in the first quarter against Del Rio and did not trail. Canyon basketball to start the second quarter. Again, the Cougars playing their final non-district game of the season. After this, it's all 26-5A play from here on out. That three-pointer off target and over the backboard on the miss from Mason Deming. We talked about district play. There's only one unbeaten left. Buda Johnson 4-0. As Dobbins in transition scores inside again. 5 of the game for Allen Dobbins, and Canyon's lead is down to 2. A 6-0 run here for the Rams. Talked about district play. Again, Buda Johnson 4-0. Pair of teams are 3-1. Veterans Memorial and Bernie Champion. And that will send Mac Bassett to the free throw line. Look at this last foul here. They called it against Cervantes, his first. And Bassett in the act of shooting will shoot a pair. Senior coming off a 5-point, 3-rebound, 2-block effort in the win over Seguin. Off in the first free throw. Has been a beast on the boards so far today. It has been that way all year. 10 or more rebounds 5 times this season. Also very good interior defender. Team high 21 blocks. Nobody else on the team has more than 3. Rivera, tough shot. Cervantes fighting for the loose ball. Ricochets over to Sobrevilla. Take it away. And Rivera got hammered. And now free throws coming up for Del Rio. It's against Bassett. That's his second. 17 fouls now for Canyon. This is a 2-shot foul for Nicholas Rivera. Second team All-District a year ago. Good on the first. He has 5. Good showing on a 1 o'clock start. Matinee game here for the Cougars. They'll play at 1 o'clock again on Friday against Kerrville-Tivy during the holiday week. Both good for Nicholas Rivera. Had a 32-point game earlier this season in the opener against Eagle Pass Win. He can score. Again, more than 17 points per game. And Del Rio right now in the midst of an 8-1 run. Button, tough shot in traffic, and Cervantes has the rebound. Rams the other way. Farrer rattles out the jumper. That was Corbin Farrer on the attempt. Cougars the other way in transition. Basket good for Mason McGowan. 8 in the game for McGowan, matching his per game average. Looking more at the 26-5A district. As you take a look at this last basket, Bunton, another assist. McGowan getting behind the defense. Alamo Heights, Kerrville-Tivy are each a half game ahead of Canyon for 4th place at 2-1 in district play. Of course, the top 4 teams qualify for the playoffs still very early. Canyon does not have the tiebreaker currently against Alamo Heights. They lost to the Mules to open district play, and they'll be facing Kerrville-Tivy for the first time this season on Friday. So those are the top 4 records, or the top 7, I should say. Buda Johnson, Memorial, Champion, Heights, and Tivy, followed by Canyon in 6. Button the theft and the finish with the right hand. Another steal for Uzziah Button, 43rd of the season, and now 7 in the game for Uzziah Button. 23 points in the game between 3 players. Floater good there for Del Rio. Button, McGowan, Harris have combined for those 23 points as Canyon turns it over. There are 3 teams winless in 26-5A play. Seguin, Dripping Springs, and Lehman. Those 3 are combined 0-10 so far in district. 3-point Canyon lead. Inside of 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Dobbins. Tough shot. Rebound. Saved by Elizondo. Dobbins gets it inside again on the take and puts it in. Allen Dobbins, good game so far. 7 for Dobbins. Lead back down to 1. Again, the Cougars have not trailed today. Here's Bunn. on the drive, lost it. Loose ball picked up by Dobbins. The Rams have numbers. Into the corner. No three-point shot there for Del Rio. Baseline drive, shot a little bit too strong. But then Canyon turns it back over. Taken away by Rivera. Rivera trying to go coast to coast. Can't quite finish. Elizondo the rebound back to Rivera. Another offensive board and a foul against Canyon. Foul against Harris, that is his first. And this is Jorge Rubio to the free throw line. Off on the first free throw. A number of subs here for Canyon. So far, Del Rio 8 of 10 for the free throw line today. 9 of 11 as Jorge Rubio ties the game. Canyon once led by 8, and now we're tied. Dorian Shepard being harassed by Elizondo, and they'll whistle Elizondo for the foul. That's his third, so he'll have to come out. That will bring Corbin Farmer back in for Del Rio. 16 fouls now for the Rams. One away from putting the Cougars in the bonus. And now Canyon trying to reclaim the lead. This is Case Lipke. Foul on the floor, not in the act of shooting, and actually it's a turnover against Canyon to travel. So Canyon the turnover, and now Del Rio can play for its first lead of the afternoon. Trap out front leads to a Rams turnover, taken away by Harris. The floater the other way. Offensive putback, Shepard. Dorian Shepard, the basket, first one today. Senior playing a game for the first time in more than 3 weeks. Last game was December the 4th against Alamo Heights. Got a whistle here, and a foul against Canyon will put the Rams right back to the free throw line. Again, Dorian Shepard, great job on the offensive glass here. You see him trailing behind Harris. Able to collect the miss and put it back in. And the front end is good for Nicholas Rivera. Now a perfect 3 of 3 from the line today. And one more for the senior to tie the game. And able to do it. So 8 in the game for Nicholas Rivera, leads all Rams scores. And we are tied at 30. Past the halfway point of the second quarter. Here's McGowan off the screen, pulls the trigger on a 3. Rebound to Rubio. Rams playing for their first lead of the day. Rivera to Cervantes, ball knocked free by Shepard, but called for the reach and foul. And now Del Rio can try to claim that elusive lead at the line. For Shepard, his first, and the 10th team foul against Canyon, so the Rams in the double bonus for the remainder of the half. Cervantes 3 of 4 for the line so far. And the Rams have their first lead today. And one more here for Cervantes. Splits the pair. A 1-point Del Rio lead. Canyon the other way. Lipke, shot got blocked by Cervantes. Good defensive play by Del Rio. Coming up in 3 minutes to go, but then a travel called against Joel Dominguez. By the way, these two meeting for the third time over the past 7 years. They last played each other in late December of last year as well. A 67-58 win for Canyon here at the Cougar Den. It was a tight game going into the fourth quarter as Harris is off on the floater. Shepard another offensive rebound, but this time can't put it back in. And the ball will go back to the Rams. Cougars were able to pull away in the fourth, all the way to a 9-point win. Mac Bassett scored a dozen for the Cougars in that win a year ago. Canyon shot really well in that game, 54%. But their struggles in the free throw line kept the Rams in the game as Del Rio scores in transition. There is Dominguez, the bucket. A 33-30 Del Rio lead. Going back to Canyon's free throw woes of a year ago, 6 of 20 for the line in that game. Again, kept Del Rio in it, but the Cougars able to hold on for a 67-58 win. This shot for the tie, short by Harris. Rebound to Dominguez. And the momentum in this game is flipped. Canyon was hot early. Del Rio has climbed back to take a 3-point lead. Cervantes doesn't take the step back shot. And now a turnover against Del Rio. Loose ball, saved by McGowan. Canyon trying to get that momentum back. Big 3-point shot could help. McGowan's third for the outside. 11 in the game for McGowan. Answer bucket the other way, good for Del Rio. Del Rio back in front, 35-33. In the corner, another three. This one short by McGowan. Back on the Rams of the way. Farr lost a dribble and then knocks it out of bounds. And look at this last three-pointer again from Mason McGowan. Big game so far. 3 threes. And now McGowan 11 points in the game. 2-point Del Rio lead coming up with the final minute of the half. Here's Button. Tough shot. Head coach Paul Button looking for a foul. Didn't get the call. Rivera the other way on the reverse. Has looked very good today. Rivera has 10. Leads all Rams scores. 4-point Del Rio lead. Out front. 3-pointer good. Right down the chute for Mason Deming. First bucket today for Mason Deming. Another Canyon 3-pointer. 7 now in the game for Canyon at a travel against Del Rio. Good pump fake there from Justice Wakefield. And the dish to Mason Deming on that 3. The Cougars' second leading scorer coming in. And more than 9 points per game. Just his first bucket today, but good enough to cut the Del Rio lead down to 1, and now Canyon playing to get the lead back. Here is Button against Rivera. Canyon looking for a quality possession here. Could be their final one of the half. Game clock down to the final, 20 seconds. Again, each team playing for its third straight win this afternoon. Button gets it back, 12 seconds to go around the trap and draws a foul. And Uzziah Button went down hard to the floor. And the freshman trying to shake it off. With a 1-and-1 coming up. So this is Uzziah Button, is 1 of 1 for the line today. For the season, 64%. So far, 7 points this afternoon for Button. And that one ties the game, and Uzziah Button will now have a chance to give the Cougars the lead. And good on both free throws. Final few seconds of the half. William Prophet all the way. The layup won't go. The rebound to Canyon. And that will end the first half. So the Cougars and Rams locked at a tight one here. A 1-point Canyon lead at the end of the first half. The Cougars play for the third straight win, and they're locked in a tight one here with Del Rio. Canyon 3 happy in the first half. 7 for the outside has helped give them a 1-point lead at the break over Del Rio on the Cougars Network.
Nissan of New Braunfels. Our modern and architecturally impressive building is more like an art gallery than a dealership. With an extravagant showroom floor and customer lounge, with over 500 vehicles in stock, we have the ability to deliver the best savings possible to meet your budget needs. It's our pleasure to serve you in New Braunfels and the surrounding Hill Country communities. Nissan of New Braunfels, you've got to see this place.
We helped Kyle Field grow to make room for over 100,000 screaming Aggie fans. We helped the Children's Hospital of San Antonio grow so they can help more kids feel better. And we are helping Comal ISD design and open new campuses so our Canyon Cougars have room to grow. We are Cleary Zimmerman Engineers.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Discovery Kitchen. My name is Sylvia Picasso and I'm a registered dietitian. And as always, I have the wonderful Chef Mario.
Hey guys, I'm back. It's September, we're ready to start again. Oh, I can't wait to see you guys out there.
Yes, and we're excited to show you this month's recipe. So our theme this month is Power Up. So that means focusing on all the foods you can eat that are gonna power you up to do all the great things like athletics, cheerleading, like what Mario's doing, football, any sport you do, or band, anything like that. So focusing on foods that will fuel your body to do your best. Nice. So this recipe is called citrus salmon, and we also have some shrimp in there. So let's prepare our citrus salmon. So what's our first step?
All right, so you get your filet of salmon. Ideally, for 2 people, you just need 3/4 pound or half a pound. That way you get fair enough.
So maybe 2 servings?
2 servings.
Okay.
And what you want to do is make sure that you tell the person preparing your salmon to turn around and give you the center cut. If you notice, it's a nice even cut. There's no tail end or nothing. You want the center cut, all right?
Yeah, they're even.
Even. Mm-hmm. So then you're going to make some cuts, all right? And you just want to do some cuts into your filet. And we're doing that, why? So that we can get this olive oil that's going to go in there to go into it and make it nice and juicy.
Yes. And I'm glad you chose salmon. Salmon's a really great lean protein. It's also a complete protein. So that means that it has all the amino acids, which is the building blocks of protein that your body needs to build big and healthy muscles. So this would be a great protein source if you're being active or you just like salmon.
We're going to do salt and pepper to taste. A pinch is good enough. All right? And I'm using some minced garlic, yes, in the jar. Mr. Daniel doesn't like it, but it's okay. You just go right ahead and there you go.
And adding all those seasonings are really great because it helps give it flavor without adding too much salt, right? Because we don't want to add too much salt and use other things that we can for flavoring.
And we want a tablespoon of ranch dressing.
Ranch
Or
dressing.
you can even substitute your ranch dressing with some apple jelly. Believe it or not, don't knock it till you try it. I'm telling you.
Why do you add the ranch?
For flavoring.
For flavor. Okay.
For flavor. And don't knock my cilantro, but you want to keep it wrapped in paper when you put it in the refrigerator.
Does it help it preserve longer?
It preserves longer.
Okay.
So don't put it away unless you wrap it in paper. All right,
Right.
so we are going to chop up our cilantro. Of course, if you want to substitute cilantro because you don't like cilantro and you want to substitute it for, like, let's say basil, do basil, you know. All right? If you want to, you don't have to, you can add some onion. And I'm going to add onion.
Great. And that's a great way to add another vegetable into the dish too.
Very
And
good.
color.
That's right. And you know what? And they'll turn around and not realize. And even if they don't eat it, how's that? Even if they didn't eat it, it's okay because you're going to get the savory thereof. Cool. All right. So then we're done with that. Now, on the fruit, we're taking an orange, a lemon, and a lime. And you want to cut it in half, huh? And the orange is going to go last. Well, I don't know why I cut it first, but
I like how you use a combination of different citrus.
yes,
Is there-
and the colors is so good, and the flavoring.
The
Wait till you
flavor,
do
right.
The flavor. So we're gonna squeeze the juice of a half.
That's the more sour part.
Yeah.
Sour. And then we got
The lemon.
lemon.
And by the way, I did not know this until today. They sell these super jumbo lemons. Look at the
Oh,
size.
jumbo lemons.
I like that. And I told the guy, keep them coming, sir.
Awesome.
So you get that in there. All right. And the last is the orange, okay?
And all these citrus fruit and or vegetable, I guess, but they're technically a fruit, lime and lemon. They have a bunch of vitamins like vitamin C, vitamin A. Those are just going to be great overall for promoting health. And another wonderful fact about salmon is that it has a wonderful healthy fat called omega-3 fatty acids. And actually, in fact, Americans don't get enough of these in their diet. We normally get a lot of omega-6, which is also great for you, but omega-3 is really important for brain function. It's also really good for your skin health, making you look nice and glowy, and really just helps with your sleep quality too. So try to eat salmon. It's a really great source of omega-3 fatty acids.
And what we're about to do here, just so you know, guys, we're about to cook in French style, okay? This is called empapelote, okay? You're cooking in an envelope, okay? So you just seal it. See that? You start to close it up. You're gonna turn hopefully you have preheated your oven to 425.
Great.
And then you take your boat, your empapelote.
What is that form? How does that cook it differently?
Well, it keeps all the juices in there instead of evaporating out. It cooks right into it. So if you saw all the juices and everything flowing, it's all gonna stay right there. So it's marinating
And steaming.
cooking and steaming all at the same time.
Nice.
So then we're going to put it right here and we'll work our magic
We're gonna put it in the oven for how long?
for exactly 22 minutes.
All right, so while the salmon is in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and prepare our shrimp. So Chef Mario is gonna walk us through how to do that.
Okay, excellent. Okay, in the saute pan, you want to get butter. And I recently, this doesn't say brand, this is good. It's just butter. And I like to choose, there's unsalted and salted. Me, I like salted. I don't know, it has more flavor.
More flavor.
More flavor, so I prefer salted. And then I recommend you get rosemary, fresh rosemary, and use your rosemary.
And we're back here from the Cougar Den and ready for the start of the second half. Cougars on top 38-37. Back and forth first half, a game of runs. Each team had their moments. Canyon was led by Mason McGowan, who had 11 points in the first half, including 3 3-pointers. 9 of his 11 points coming from the outside. The Rams were led by Nicholas Rivera, who scored 10. Canyon, again, very good three-point shooting in the first half. 7 made three-pointers against Del Rio. Canyon led by as many as 8. The Rams, though, stormed back. At one point, held a 4-point lead of their own. McGowan can't score in transition, and the Rams have the rebound. This is William Prophet, big first half of his own. Off on that three. William Prophet had the only made three of the first half for Del Rio. And 9 points. Each team again has won 2 straight games for the Cougars. Those 2 wins coming in district play. Out front, McGowan. Off on that three-pointer. Button the putback. And then the loose ball, last touch by Mac Bassett, goes out of bounds and back to Del Rio. So no scoring for either team through the first minute or so of the third quarter. Remember, these 2 in this building about this time a year ago played in a tight game won by Canyon. Cougars facing Del Rio for the 3rd time over the past 7 years. They have not lost to Del Rio in that stretch. Joel Dominguez inside Cervantes. And Bassett battles for another rebound. Big Man has had a good day on the glass. Still no scoring in the third quarter. Bassett puts up a 3, puts it in. Mac Bassett with his first field goal of the game. Canyon's 8th made three-pointer, 2 shy of tying a season high. Prophet, the answer 3, good for William Prophet. He has a dozen. And a timeout taken by Del Rio and head coach Joe Nieto. We'll look at the last Mac Bassett three-pointer. Good assist here from McGowan. Skip pass against that zone defense of Del Rio. You talk more about this Rams program. Last year's season was cut short due to COVID. Del Rio only played 14 games last year before their season was shut down. The last complete season Del Rio had 2 years ago. The Rams finished 11-20. And the 2 seasons before that, 16 and 17 wins respectively. They last made the playoffs in the 2017-18 season and made a decent run that year. Del Rio went all the way to the 3rd round and was a basket away from a trip to the region quarterfinals that year. Out of the Rams timeout. A 1-point Canyon lead. The 2 teams have traded 3-pointers to start this third quarter. For the Cougars, they have 8 now. The Rams have 2. Here's Bassett. Now McGowan, and throws it away. Numbers for Del Rio, but then Cervantes travels with the basketball. So the 2 teams exchanging turnovers here. This is J.J. Cervantes, and you saw him lose control of the dribble, got it back, and you can't do that. Turnover, Del Rio. Basketball back to Canyon. First of a 2-game homestand for the Cougars. They play again home on Friday against Kerrville-Tybee as they resume 26-5A play. A whistle and a foul here against Del Rio on the reach-in. Called against William Prophet. First foul against either team here in the second half. As you see, Keelan Harris come off. Harris, very good first quarter, 8 points, but has not scored since. And another quick foul called here against Del Rio. Called against Nick Rivera. And now Bunn for the inbound. Another foul called here, this one against Canyon. This is going the other way. Called against Ronnie Classy. First team foul and second against the senior Ronnie Classy. Cougars so far at home, 3-3 this season. And trying to go over 500 here at the Cougar Den today. Again, overall, 7-12. Pass inside, Rivera, chance for a three-point play. Check that, Cervantes. Good play here for Del Rio. And that was Profit, a little high-low play there for the Rams. And Cervantes now 8 points in the game. And Del Rio back in front so far from the line today. J.J. Cervantes 4 of 6. Now 4 of 7. Battle for the rebound, and it goes out. Last touch by Canyon. Radley fan trying to do his part. Good inbounds play for Del Rio. Cervantes can't get the basket. Back comes Canyon, down by 1 all the way to the cup, and that's good for Uzziah Bunn. What a drive inside for Uzziah Bunn. He has 11. And a chance for a three-point play. Bunn had one of those back in the second quarter. Already 3 team fouls against Del Rio in the second half. Bunn so far, 3-3 from the line. Off on that one. And Bassett the rebound. Here's Deming. And the ball stripped by Joel Dominguez. And even 5 minutes to go here in the third. 1 point Canyon lead. Button able to work it into Sobervilla. Now McGowan got fouled there. Bumped by William Profit. And the foul was on the floor in the act of shooting. They'll say in the act of shooting, so 2 free throws here from McGowan. First free throws of the game for the sophomore. 11 points so far for McGowan. The season high is 15. Had that against Sam Houston earlier this season. He is in double figures for the 6th time this year now with a dozen. And one more for McGowan. It's a 3-point Canyon lead. 45-42 Canyon. Final non-district game of the season for both teams. Good jumper in the lane by Joel Dominguez. That's his second basket. 4 in the game for Dominguez. Back down to a 1-point Canyon lead. Bunn on the take all the way. Misses the layup. Del Rio in transition. And Dominguez draws a foul. It's against Sobervilla, his second, third on the team. And now Joel Dominguez shooting free throws for the first time today. And the lefty is off on the first. Misses both free throws. Empty trip there for Joel Dominguez. Canyon's lead remains intact. The other way, McGowan to Deming, spots up a 3. And Bunn battling for the rebound, but can't get it. And Del Rio gets it back, coming up with the halfway point of the third quarter. Canyon led by 1 at halftime, and it's a 1-point game now. Mac Bassett, Mason McGowan to the bench for Canyon. Del Rio breaking the trap. Dominguez the miss. Dobbins the putback. 9 of the game for Allen Dobbins. Del Rio back in front. Now some man-to-man pressure here from the Rams. Leads to a foul against Nicholas Rivera. 5th team foul against Del Rio. As Uzziah Button comes out, see Keelan Harris back into the game for the Cougars. Ball slapped out of bounds by Profit. Sure looks like Keelan Harris is laboring some. Big first quarter for Harris, 8 points in, hasn't scored since the first. And more contacts. 16th foul against Del Rio. And the foul against Nicholas Rivera is his 4th, so he has to go to the bench in foul trouble. And Canyon will be in the bonus for the remainder of the game now. Trailing by 1, under 4 to go in the 3rd. And Deming draws a foul to get it against William Profit. That's his 3rd. So 2 of the top scorers in the game for Del Rio in foul trouble here. William Profit with 3 and Nicholas Rivera with 4. And this is Mason Deming shooting the 1-and-1. Earns 1 more. Canyon, good free throw shooting so far today. Talked about this game a year ago. And it was poor foul shooting that kept Del Rio in it. One of 2 for Mason Deming. Tie game at 46. Coming up on 3.5 to go. And now a foul against Canyon. Fourth-team foul against the Cougars. And foul trouble here for Ronnie Classy. That's his 4th personal. He's out. Brings Mac Bassett back into the game. Del Rio having to try to score without their top scorer, Nicholas Rivera, in the game. Out with foul trouble for the time being. That shot wheels out for Elizondo, and then another foul against Canyon. 15 foul in the act of shooting. So you look at the foul situation, 5 against Canyon, 7 against Del Rio. With about 11.5 minutes to go in the game. This game could be decided by free throw shooting. As Dobbins misses the first. Makes him 1 of 3 for the line today. And again, the superfan trying to do his job in distracting the foul shooter. By stopping the bleachers. And I guess it works. Battle for the rebound, won by Farr and Del Rio. Dobbins can't score inside. This time the rebound corralled by Bunn. Back into the game. Ahead, Deming the layup. Mason Deming has 6 points here today. Canyon back in front. 48-46, 3 to go in the 3rd. Pocket pass inside. Dobbins ties the game. 11 for Dobbins. Good pass from Profit. Tied at 48. Deming had a block by Dobbins. And an offensive foul whistled against Mason Deming. And you see here Deming had the shot blocked there by Dobbins and ran into Profit, or actually Farr, who drew the charge. And now Del Rio playing to reclaim the lead. Cervantes lost the dribble, lost his footing. Bunton the other way. The drop step. Lost control. Loose ball. Saved by Canyon. Case Lipke, good play. Bunton lines up a 3. Rebound to Elizondo. Back comes Del Rio. They have numbers. Profit shot blocked by Deming. The only Canyon defender back and made the play. And you see here, Elizondo able to push it up ahead to Profit and Deming. Good disciplined defense there, able to defend without fouling. Still tied at 48. Profit off with that three. Button the other way. Little bounce pass up ahead is Santos. Jacob Santos, his first bucket today, leads to a Canyon timeout. Cougars on top 50-48. Uzziah Button with the dime here. One-handed bounce pass to Jacob Santos. And with the right hand puts the Cougars back in front 50-48. Again, the Cougars back in action Friday. A 1 o'clock matinee game again as they host Kerrville-Tivy here at the Cougar Den, their final game of the calendar year. And then Canyon, after wrapping up this 2-game homestand, embark on a 3-game road swing. Bernie Champion, Dripping Springs, Alamo Heights on deck after the game against the Antlers on Friday. Talked about this earlier, worth noting again. At one point this year, and a key part of the season, the final 3 games for Canyon, and they could be making a playoff push. Those last 3 games will be right here at home in February. So a little more than 2 minutes to go in the third. It's funny, this is a non-district game, but has a district feel to it. Both coaches have to be happy in that respect. These two teams treating this game with the proper respect. Canyon will resume district play after this one, while Del Rio will hopefully start district play this Friday against Laredo United. Farrer, the pull-up. Can't tie the game. Rebound tracked down by Bassett. Probably has another double-figure rebound game today. In transition, Santos scores again. Off another pass from Uzziah Button. 4-point Canyon lead. Final 100 seconds of the third. Corbin Farrer on the drive against Button. Fakes a three. Farr over Bassett. An air ball. Good defense from Mac Bassett, and then a foul in the backcourt against Del Rio. That will send Case Lipke to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. 18 foul against Del Rio. Again, Canyon building a 4-point lead. Back-to-back buckets from Jacob Santos on back-to-back assists from Uzziah Button. 52-48. Lipke has not shot many free throws this season, just 5. Has made 4 of them. And has now made 5 of them. First point today for Case Lipke. This for a 6-point lead. Rebound, bounces out to Profit. 5-point Canyon lead. Approaching the final minute of the third, and they'll call Dobbins for dragging the pivot foot. And now reaching foul 80 feet away from the basket, but actually they didn't get Button for the offensive foul. That's the first against Button. Team foul number 6 against Canyon, make it their 7th. And a Cougar turnover. Farrer gets it back. Canyon, good defense here in the zone. There's Dobbins, fakes right, attacks left, and draws a foul. Able to draw a defender up into the air. Foul against Case Lipke, team's 8th. And Dobbins will shoot a pair. 1 of 4 so far for the line today for Alan Dobbins. And tough day, the line continues. Dobbins, though, has had a good game. 11 points so far for Dobbins. 1 of 3 Ram players in double figures. William Prophet has a dozen. Nicholas Rivera has 10. And misses a pair again. And the Rams have missed all their free throw attempts here in this third quarter. A lot of points, a lot of meat left on the bone. 0 of 7 for the line in the third for Del Rio. Pretty big difference right now in the game. Well, the Cougars have done a good job making their free throws. Final 30 seconds of the third. Harris draws the foul against J.J. Cervantes. 19th foul. So this is the final time the Cougars in the 1-and-1. From here on out, they'll be in the double bonus. First free throw of the day for Harris, the Cougars' top free throw shooter. 81% on the season. You'll get one more. Harris got them both. 10 of the game for Keelan Harris. First point since the first quarter for Harris. And now he's one of 3 Cougars in double figures. Harris has 10, 13 for Mason McGowan, 11 for Uzziah Bunton. 7-point Cougar lead. They have led by as many as 8. A little bit of separation for Canyon here in this third quarter. Big key again, free throw shooting. Elizondo with it, 10 seconds to go. The crossover, the jump pass. Dominguez way off in the 3. Rebound, Lipke taken away by Dobbins for a big layup to end the third quarter. 13 of the game for Alan Dobbins. Cuts the Cougar lead to 5, but at the end of 3, Canyon on top, 55-50. Back with the start of the fourth quarter coming up after this on the Cougars Network.
Nissan of New Braunfels. Our modern and architecturally impressive building is more like an art gallery than a dealership. With an extravagant showroom floor and customer lounge, with over 500 vehicles in stock, we have the ability to deliver the best savings possible to meet your budget needs. It's our pleasure to serve you in New Braunfels and the surrounding Hill Country communities. Nissan of New Braunfels, you've got to see this place.
So again, Del Rio, a big basket to close out the third quarter. Canyon held a 7-point lead, got a stop on a missed 3, but watch Alan Dobbins, 34, ripping the ball away here from Case Lipke, or knocked free rather by Emmanuel Rodriguez, right to Dobbins, and a layup before the horn. It is a 5-point game, and Del Rio looking for another basket to start the fourth quarter, but instead a turnover. As his fourth quarter is now underway, Canyon on top, 55-50. Top scorer in the game for the Cougars, Mason McGowan, has 13. Another foul here called against Del Rio, and the Cougars in the double bonus. Del Rio led by Alan Dobbins, who has 13. William Prophet has a dozen for the Rams, and Nicholas Rivera has 10. Again, Cougars led by McGowan's 13. Uzziah Button has 11. Keelan Harris has 10. And now McGowan 14 points in the game at a perfect 3 of 3 now from the free throw line. And one more coming up for McGowan. He makes it here. That would tie a season high. And he does. 15 for Mason McGowan. 7-point Canyon lead. Fourth quarter just underway. Cervantes against Bassett. The fadeaway. Good box out there by McGowan. Canyon the other way. Button off the trap. Ball saved by Sobrevilla. 7:15 left. Cougars looking for the first 3-game winning streak of the season. Button on the drive and the pull-up. In and out. Rebound to Cervantes. Rams trying to make it a 2-possession game. Transition 3. Good for Joel Dominguez. And so after the made basket, a foul called against Canyon and a 1-to-1 opportunity here for Del Rio. This could be a 5-point trip as Coburn Farrer goes to the free throw line. Big sequence potentially here in the game as Coach Bunn makes some subs. And here is Farrer scoreless so far today. All kinds of players leading into the lane. Somebody whistled here for a lane violation, and they'll get it against Canyon. So Farr will get a chance for one more. Coach Button getting the explanation on that last call. Farrer, good on this free throw. He gets one more. And this could make it a 2-point game. And again, could be a 5-point possession here for Del Rio. And now they'll get the foul shooter Farr on the violation. Kind of pump fake the free throw there. And so that free throw doesn't count. Here comes Canyon leading by 3. 1 minute gone by in the fourth quarter. Ronnie Classy with it. He's trapped and the ball taken away. Rams can make it a 1-point game or tie it. The other way. Profit the missed layup. Now Canyon looking for some breathing room, trying to make it a 2-possession game with a basket. First of a 2-game homestand, trying to get it off to a good start here. Leading 57-54, tight game all afternoon long. Harris on the drive, got cut off in the baseline. Bassett out to Deming. Big 3-pointer. Mason Deming, second from deep. 8 of the game from Deming. 6-point Canyon lead and then a Del Rio turnover. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. A look at the last 3 here. Bassett, good pass out of the double team. Late defensive rotation there for the Rams. 3-pointer for Mason Deming. 6-point Canyon lead. And then a whistle before the inbound. It's a double foul. 1 on each team. So now each team with a double bonus. By the way, the Cougars now 9 made threes in the game. 1 shy of tying a season high. Rams making some subs here. Back into the game is Nicholas Rivera. sitting on 4 personal fouls. Picked up his 4th back in the third quarter. Hasn't played since then. And now it appears another wet spot on the floor. Talked about this earlier. This game could come down to free throw shooting. Each team with a double bonus for the remainder of the game. Canyon so far, good job with the foul line. Del Rio struggled mightily in the third. Missed all 7 free throw attempts they had in the third quarter. I had another potential free throw make wiped off because of a violation on the foul shooter, Corbin Farr, earlier in this quarter. A lot of condensation underneath the Canyon basket. And it looks like we're ready for play. Harris triggers the inbound. Out to Deming, another 3 for the top. Got another one. 2 big threes from Mason Deming in the fourth quarter. A 9-point Canyon lead, their largest of the day. And they have tied his season high with 10 made threes. But then a foul against the Cougars the other way. A look at the last 3. Deming getting hot now for the outside. And Deming, the 4th Cougar player into double figures. He has 11. Didn't play in the win over Seguin last week. Valuable player, though, has hit double figures now 7 times. And season high as 18, has hit that watermark twice. As Jorge Rubio hits the first free throw. Now 2 of 3 from the line for Rubio. Splits the pair. Another foul whistled here. This one against Canyon as well. Called against Mason McGowan. So right back at the free throw line, Del Rio. You saw a shot at the scoreboard there. And again, the 10 on each side. 10 team fouls, double bonus for each team. Over the final 5:49 here of regulation. Farr rattles home the second. It's a 6-point game, 2-possession lead. Young man in attendance right now trying to figure out what's going on. And now a technical foul called. It's against Canyon. It looks like Mason Deming is trying to calm down his teammate, Keelan Harris. Things getting very emotional right now. And now the officials will meet as well to sort this all out. Again, the game has been tight all afternoon long. It's been very physical as well. A lot of fouls called both ways. And now we have a technical assessed here. And there is Keelan Harris, who's now being escorted away from the bench.
We got personal foul, I believe 12. Technical foul, I believe 12. Okay. Technical foul, what you got? Okay, number 2. Okay. Okay, then you got another one.
Been waiting to hear the official ruling and all the technicals, reason for some of the silence the last couple of moments. While we are waiting for the officials' calls, 2 free throws were made by Mason McGowan. So what we heard was that there was a personal foul against Corbin Farrer and a technical foul against Corbin Farrer against Del Rio, but then 2 technicals called against Keelan Harris, and as a result, he has been ejected from the game. So Mason McGowan made his 2 technical free throws. Now the other way, William Prophet should be shooting 4 foul shots here for Del Rio on the 2 technicals against Canyon. And the first 2 free throws are good for Prophet. And actually, no, not 4 foul shots, just the 2. So the deficit remains 6. Each team made their 2 free throws. 5:48 left. Should note, by the way, with McGowan's 2 foul shots, he now has a new season-high 17. But Keelan Harris done for the day. So, 6-point game, 5:40 left. Del Rio, Canyon, each team playing its final non-district game of the season and playing for 3-game winning streaks. Farrer, call for the double dribble. Remember, Farrer was kind of at the center of that last technical foul exchange between himself and Keelan Harris, leading to Harris's double technical and ejection. 6-point Canyon lead, 5:20 left. Here is Uzziah Button. Button on the drive all the way in. He got fouled. And free throws coming up for Canyon. And here you see Button taking his defender. William Prophet off the dribble. Help defenders sliding over. Jorge Rubio called for the foul. And here is Button. 3-4 from the line so far today. 11 points for Button. He will get 2 on the double bonus. And good on the first. As we see James Sobervilla check back in for the Cougars. 1 more for Button. A dozen so far for the freshman. And the lead stays at 7, 66-59. Rivera. Now to Prophet. And a reach-in called against Mason Deming. Del Rio about to pass up an important watermark of 60 points. The Cougars, when they hold teams under 60, 6-2 this year. 1-10 when they don't hold teams under that 60-point plateau. But one of those wins came in their last game this past Tuesday in the win at Seguin. 1 more for Prophet. He has not missed from the line today. 5 of 5, make it 6 of 6. And now 16 for William Prophet. 5-point Canyon lead, 5 minutes to go. Game far from over. McGowan. Classy. Good shot, wheeled right around Jorge Rubio. First field goal for Ronnie Classy, back out to 7-point lead. And then Mac Bassett, the rejection the other way. Another solid defensive play by Mac Bassett, turning away this shot. See Classy there, he was the one that made the basket. Just out of picture was the block by Bassett. Trying to protect the 7-point lead. Rivera. In the lane, goes off the glass, and the rebound to Sobervilla. Big defensive stop by Canyon. Under 4.5 to go, leading by 7. Here's Bunn all the way in. Uzziah Bunn showing off the handles again. 14 of the game for Uzziah Bunn, 9-point Canyon lead. And now a whistle, timeout, taken by Del Rio. And the Cougars have seized momentum back into the game. They built a 70-61 lead. And here again was Uzziah Bunn, the freshman. That just short hesitation with the head and shoulder enough to get Nicholas Rivera to bite, opening up the lane to the rim. And now a 70-61 Canyon lead as the Cougars take the floor. Meanwhile, Del Rio trying to dial something up here, down by 9. Rams have got to dig deep with 4:07 left. Their top scorer on the season, Nicholas Rivera, quiet since the first half. 10 points a game, has not scored since halftime. Plagued by foul trouble in the third quarter. As Paul Bunn making some more subs here. Ronnie Classy back to the bench. And to see Case Lipke back into the game for Canyon. Cougars have Button, Sobrevilla, Deming, McGowan, and Lipke on the floor. Elizondo, Dobbins, Rivera, Prophet, and Rubio out there for Del Rio. Here's Dobbins inside. And this is going the other way. And Lipke having to be held back. Again, things have gotten very heated here in the fourth quarter. And with that, Lipke and Sobrevilla back off the floor. Here's Bunn. Big fourth quarter so far. Here's McGowan. Back to Bunn. Knifing his way inside. Finds Deming on the drop step layup. Mason Deming, big fourth quarter himself. 8 of the quarter for Deming, 13 of the game. 11-point Canyon lead. Rubio, jump pass knocked away by Classy. With 3:36 left. And again, Canyon will send Sobrevilla and Lipke back into the game. Look at this last layup here. Bunn falling down with the assist to Deming. And a good step-through move. Back to action here. Rivera with the miss inside. Deming has the rebound. With 3.5 left, and the Cougars are now pulling away. Canyon, no rush here. McGowan working the dribble against Dobbins. Now Bunn draws defenders and then draws a foul. And Canyon now a chance to perhaps ice this game with the free throw line. Good patient offensive possession there for the Cougars. And Uzziah Bunn will go to the foul line, where he has shot well today. So far, 14 of the game for Uzziah Bunn. Coming off his 24-point game against Seguin. Fourth time he's hit 20 points or more this season. His season high is 31. That came against San Antonio Stevens earlier this month. And one more for Bunn. And 15 points today for Uzziah Bunn. Goes 1 of 2 from the line. 12-point game, 3 minutes left. Cervantes. Out to Rivera in the lane. Rivera off the glass. And a quick timeout taken by Del Rio. 73-63, Canyon on top. Again, you look at the Cougar top scorers in this game. Players that have hit double figures. Mason Deming, 13. Keelan Harris, who has since been ejected, has 10. Mason McGowan, season high 17 points, and Uzziah Bunn has 15. Good scoring all around here for Canyon today. Second straight game with 70 or more. 73 points today for Canyon. Third most they've scored this season. They have eclipsed 90 twice. And before today, their third highest point total was last Tuesday at Seguin with 72. So Canyon looks like the offense has really started to hit its stride at an important time of the year as they approach the end of the first half of 26 5A play, which again resumes on Friday against Kerrville-Tybee. And Canyon on the verge of taking a 3-game winning streak into that game against the Antlers here at the Cougar Den. Out of the timeout, 2:41 left. 10-point Canyon lead. Cougars led by 4 at the end of the first quarter, by 1 at halftime, and by 5 at the end of 3. Pulling away here in the fourth. Button. Back to Classy, and again Canyon in no hurry here offensively. And then a foul, and that will put Ronnie Classy to the free throw line. At times, free throw shooting has cost the Cougars this season, but they've been very good so far today. Classy so far, 1 of 2 from the line. 3 points the game for Classy. Second year on varsity for the Cougars. 8 points and 3 steals in that win over the Matadors last Tuesday on the road. Double bonus here for the Cougars. And one more coming up for Ronnie Classy. And goes 1 of 2. Back out to 11-point Canyon lead. Ties are largest of the game. Del Rio in desperation mode now. Down by 11, 2.5 to go. Rivera inside Cervantes. In and out, got it back and cleans it up. Now 10 for Cervantes, 4th round of double figures. 9-point game. Loose ball out of bounds and back to Del Rio. Good pressure by the Rams. It's a 3-possession game, 2:08 left. And now Dominguez to trigger the inbound. Gets it into Profit. Out to Rivera. And a whistle and a travel. Called against Nicholas Rivera, 2:03 left. And for Del Rio, tough to give away any possessions at this point. Classy. Kind of dribbling through several Rams. Still no foul yet against Del Rio. And a good 20 seconds of run off the clock. Now a timeout called by Canyon. Again, the Cougars, a record of 7-12 coming in. 3-3 here at home. You look though, that important record, that's district 2-2 in 26 5A play. Right now alone in 6th, but only a half game back of 4th. Alamo Heights, Kerrville-Tybee, each a half game better than Canyon. Buda Johnson 4-0, Victoria Memorial, Veterans Memorial, and Bernie Champion each 3-1. Cougars trying to get back into the postseason. This game will not count towards district play. Final non-district game of the season. And out of the timeout, Canyon ball with 1:45 to go. Bassett. And now a tie-up. And now the alternating possession, the Rams get it back. Del Rio's got to work quick. What do we have here? A double dribble against Nicholas Rivera. Back-to-back turnovers against Del Rio after getting stops defensively. So discussed how the Rams couldn't afford empty possessions. They just had 2 straight. And now Classy foul to the backcourt. with 98 seconds left. And now J.J. Cervantes looks like he may have taken a shot to the neck. And adding insult to injury here, it appears that Cervantes is fouled out. That's his 5th. But right now the bigger concern is the well-being of J.J. Cervantes. May have taken an elbow to the neck. And being looked at right now by the Rams training staff. This last foul was called against Cervantes. You see him again pointing to his neck. Canyon athletic staff also out there to help. And there you see the handshake by Cervantes with Coach Bunn as he's fouled out of the game.
He has 5 also with that.
And this is actually a double foul here. So because it is a double foul, this should not lead to free throws for Canyon. Should be the ball out of bounds and back to the Cougars. And so you see the official talking to Coach Bunn, showing that arm action, perhaps of Ronnie Classy, that elbow to the neck of Cervantes. He's fouled out. That's 5 against Classy. So he's done for the day. Boy, and again, this game's gotten very physical. That's 2 double fouls now called today. We've also had double technicals and an ejection so far this afternoon. And the official now telling the players to come off the free throw line. So what we're being told now is the reason why there are free throws here for James Sobervilla is that there was an intentional foul that was called against Del Rio. As Sobervilla goes 1 of 2 from the line. 10-point lead. And now Jorge Rubio will shoot 2 uncontested free throws here for Del Rio. Uncontested in the sense that nobody's lining up for rebounds. Rubio now 2 of 5 from the line today. And misses them both. Free throw woes continue for the Rams here in the second half. So after all that, Canyon and Del Rio exchanging points. A free throw made for each team, with the basketball back to Del Rio with 98 seconds to go. Rivera. And the profit. Del Rio can't use a lot of time here. It's a 4-possession game. Ball knocked away. Rivera gets it back, and he's fouled. And free throws now coming up for Nicholas Rivera. With a lot of time spent on the free throw line from both teams here in the second half. And again, both teams in the double bonus. Rivera shooting 2 here. 12 of the game for Rivera. And now a perfect 5 of 5 for the free throw line. One more coming up. That time Rivera the miss. 3-possession game, 9-point Canyon lead. Minute 25 to go. Bunn trapped, able to get it ahead to Deming. And the Cougars trying to bleed some more clock here. And now Bassett throws it away. Some miscommunication between Mac Bassett and Uzziah Bunton leads to a Canyon turnover. But the Cougars did take off about 19 seconds off the game clock. Still a 3-possession game with 66 seconds to go. Rivera able to trigger it in to Profit, catch and shoot 3. That could have made things interesting had it gone down, would have made it a 2-possession game. It doesn't. The Cougars have the rebound and perhaps their 3rd straight win. Under a minute to go. Del Rio not fouling here, at least not yet. Now McGowan's got it back. McGowan drives inside and misses the layup. But again, the Cougars did take some more time off the clock. Profit the other way to Rivera. Shot blocked by Bassett, but got it back. 26 seconds left. Dobbins around Bassett. And then a timeout taken by Del Rio. 15 of the game for Alan Dobbins. 8 coming in the second half. Final timeout of the game for Del Rio. Rams, again, a record of 4-8 coming in. They have won 2 straight. Talked about Canyon's districts. Del Rio was scheduled to play its opener in 36-8 play last week against the Radio United, but couldn't because of COVID issues. A game Del Rio will try to make up this Friday. So this for the Rams, their final non-district game of the season. And for the Cougars, playing at home for the 7th time this year today. A win puts them over 500 here at the Cougar Den. Currently 3-3. 75-68, 20 seconds to go. Sobervilla around the trap to Bassett. Canyon, good job attacking the press, but then a turnover. With 12 seconds to go. Unforced error there by Canyon. They had a 2-on-1. But again, if you're looking for the silver lining there, Canyon did take about 8 more seconds off the clock. Del Rio is out of timeouts. Into Profit. Now a 3 for Dominguez. No. And the rebound of Deming, and that'll do it. So the Canyon Cougars, for the first time this season, have won 3 straight as they hold off the Del Rio Rams by a final score of 75-68. And with that, the Cougars now 8-12 of the season, and they have wrapped up non-district play. Up next, the Kerrville Tybee Antlers coming up this Friday at 1 o'clock here at the Cougar Den for another matinee game here on the campus of Canyon High School. Top scorer today for the Cougars, Mason McGowan. New season high with 17 points. Uzziah Bunt, you see there for the Cougars. They gave themselves scoring 14 for Canyon. One of 4 players in double figures as the Cougars beat the Rams on this Tuesday afternoon from the Cougar Den. Well, that's going to wrap up our coverage here from Canyon High School. Final score again, Canyon 75, Del Rio 68. On behalf of our entire Quick Productions crew, I'm Brant Freeman saying good afternoon from the Cougar Den.